Hello, everybody. Sorry, a little disoriented there. Had to shift things up a little bit for today. So, how's everybody doing? My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. So today I'm going to be working on a 2CI, and hopefully we'll finally get this thing working. I'll talk more about that as we go along. In the chat, we already have Garth and Jeremy. How's it going, guys? Always awesome to see you all. Yes, slightly shifted camera setup in case we get this thing to bong. I have a way to actually see output now from Macs that are a pain in the butt-y. So here we have the 2CI power supply, and you might notice these nice teal capacitors in there, and one black one. And so this, one second. So this system used to be chock full of these, and I never actually tried this power supply. When I popped it open, I saw these Rifas and I was like, well, I just spent all that effort to make this 2CI look pretty, so I'm not gonna risk smoking that thing all up. And so I originally thought that there were 5 Rifas in this thing, but upon closer inspection, there were actually 6. This power supply is an Ace Tech AA15830. Oh, and I meant to put links in the description about where to find pictures of what caps go where, but I'll do that after the stream. The electrolytic caps actually look decent in this thing, and so I'm hoping that this power supply will be fine, but since I have it apart, I wanted to recap it anyway. So let's get started on that. Oh, and so see how all these little components are covered in heat shrink tubing? That's why I didn't realize how many Rifas were in that thing completely, because some of them were hidden by the shielding or whatever. Alright, let's get this started finally. So it's very cold out here at my workbench, so I have a feeling some of this solder might take a little bit to melt. Oh man, sorry, it's been kind of a crazy morning. I had to do some plowing because we got some rain this weekend, and I busted my plow, so I had to fix that halfway through the job. So I've been running, and I'm super excited to get this 2CI going. So I didn't want to cancel the stream. Gosh darn it, this is probably the nicest Mac that I own, if I can get it working. So the backstory on this, so if you've never heard of Noel's Retro Lab, and if you're watching this channel, most likely you've heard of Noel's Retro Lab, because he is a phenomenal YouTuber. Lots of really cool projects, mostly European systems, but he does pretty much everything. And he recently moved into the area, or I guess it's been a while now. And he was waiting for some of his systems to come, and his tools and stuff, and so I contacted him and asked if he wanted my old microscope, and I had an Atari 800 XL, and so I stopped by and dropped those off to him, and he gave me this 2CI. He didn't know anything about it. He's not really a Mac person. Man, I should have used a bigger tip today for this. This is going to take a while. Alright, I think we might have to switch tips here. So he gave me this 2CI, and I popped it open and I thought it looked bad inside. I mean, you know, all the Macs of this age are going to have capacitor issues or battery issues. And this one was no different. The caps all needed to be replaced, and on the logic board, and as we'll go over hopefully when we get this power supply done, the logic board had some corrosion around the startup circuit, which Garth Beagle told me it would probably be an issue, and it was. So we got it recapped, and it wouldn't power up. So we tried to boot it up with the power supply, and then decided to redo the power supply. And so that's where we're at right now. I forgot to check. Is my face kind of centered? Okay, yeah. There's my other side of my face. How's everybody doing on that side of my face? Just finished upgrading a 1.5-year-old HP that I'm going to pass to your dad. Very nice, Jeremy. Hey, those 2010 PCs, they're tanks. Those first generation, second generation core systems. I still have I was streaming the first part of my streaming career off of one of those. They've worked forever. And Adam McGee's here. How's it going, Adam? Okay. Now we get a little more heat on our system, on our solder joints. Hopefully this will go a little bit smoother now. Okay, so these two caps are 470 microfarad, 200 volts. So we will replace those. And I guess I should probably clean this side of the board too. Hey, Justin D. Morgan, how's it going, Justin? This one was not battery bombed, really. It was mostly cap corroded. Need a alliteration for that. How's it going, Justin? Got the full crew here this morning. Oh man, I was thinking, Justin, with all the singing that you had suggested, that we should do a vintage Mac rendition of 12 Days of Christmas. 6 freaking Rifas, 2 corroded NAND gates. I'm sure there are plenty of other things we could make up a song about with old school Mac stuff. All right, we'll set those caps on the side. We don't want to resolder those caps in. Put that one there. Let's put this one here. And if you're new to redoing old stuff like this, for electrolytics, the white stripe is your negative. So always make sure to line that up properly. Retro Techie, you're here too, and you want to be a mod? You have a lot of demands, Retro Techie. I think I like having you not as a mod because it drives you nuts, and Garth can rub it in your face. You two have this beautiful brotherly relationship. And Adam says no. Okay, so 2 caps down, 100 more to go. Let's continue on here. Was that really your decision, Garth? Were you the one that put that charging port on the bottom of the magic port? Or the magic mouse? Because we might have to stop being friends. Alright, 2200 microfarad, 25 volt. I overbought capacitors for this job, so if anyone wants their 2CI power supply recapped, let me know. I was really frustrated when I first started this because I went to go. I had bought a cap kit, and there was only one cap kit at our favorite store. When I checked and I bought it, and it turns out that I didn't pay attention to the power supply part number, manufacturer, or anything. And so the cap kit I bought was for the wrong power supply. And so I decided, well, if I'm going to spend a bunch of money on caps and shipping and stuff, I may as well overbuy. So I have a ton of spare caps for this power supply. Yeah, the hot glue on this PSU, this person should do some things. Alright, let's see. I have a lot of freaking caps for this job. We have 220 microfarad 10 volt, 220 microfarad 16 volt, 220 microfarad 25 volt. Jeez. Okay. You say that you're only 22 retro techie, but I swear there was a stream where you said you were 23. Jim, if that really is your name. Okay, so that should be all the caps on this one that I plan to replace anyway. Yeah, so we got all of our Rifas replaced. Okay, so this power supply is done. No, it's not. Not even close. So we're going to come over here. What else we got here? Alright, let's get all of our hot glue cleared. I'm going to put a little bit of isopropanol on it because it can help soften it a little bit. I did blow out the power supply with compressed air, with my air compressor, but I didn't do anything else to it. Alright, so I don't want to take too many of these out because I forgot to look up the page before I started this thing, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, so these are this one. This is a 2216. These two are 2210s. So I'll pop out these two 2210s. Do you ever worry that you're pulling on the wrong cap? Heating stuff up, pulling on the wrong thing. Okay. What were the 50s like? A lot of duck and covering. Darn communists. I believe you do it perfectly. I just want to see you do it live. I mean, well, I think it adds to the excitement of watching a live stream, right? When you power up a PSU for the first time and it causes your circuit breaker to break. That's quality entertainment. Look at that. I did what I just said I was doing. I unsoldered the wrong thing. Yeah, it is. There's a lot to keep your eyes on when you're trying to stream and do this stuff. It is sort of like an added challenge that I've started to appreciate. It's like, okay, can I focus enough on this job to do it correctly while also trying to talk to people? See, I don't like these big tips for this reason. It's just kind of hard to get where you need to go. Okay, again, 2200 microfarad, 10 volt for both of these. Let's clean up the solder joints, or the board side. Wow, that is nice and clean there too. There might be a little bit of leakage. Nothing too bad though. It's time for a new one of these. That is true, Justin. It's a good benefit to have people watching you, double checking your work as you do it. Although I had asked Garth to do that on one of my streams and he missed something. I forget what it was though. I do appreciate the looking over the shoulder bit that you all do. Yeah, a little bit of leakage on that one, not too bad. All right, so these are 10 volts. How many times have I said that so far? Okay. 2200 microfarad, 10 volts. Let's get this one out of our face. Just double check that there's not another 2200 microfarad, 10 volt. Okay, so we're good. Get rid of this bag. Oh, it's not a guarantee that someone will find your mistake. I just got a little whiff of some fish there. That was sort of unexpected. Okay, so these will slide out, so just give it a little twist like that. Or not twist, just a gentle pull. Spread those out a little bit. Come back and push it up against the board. Yeah, this is an Acetec AA15830. wasn't real happy with how the solder had flowed on that joint, so I just hit it with a little bit of extra heat. Okay. All right. Oh, that sucks, Justin. It's 33 degrees there. Where are you now? That can't be your normal locale. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, there's our plus down there. So we put this one over here. Oh, 38F. Oh, I was thinking Celsius. Yeah, it's actually above freezing here right now, which is awesome because it's helping to get rid of some of the snow. We were only supposed to get rain yesterday, wound up getting like 6 inches of snow. And it was also like a very thick, heavy snow, which contributed to me screwing up my tractor, my plow. But got that fixed. One problem down before I create 10 more. Alright, so those two are down. Let's get out these two 1000 microfarad 16 volt. Let's see if I can actually desolder the right capacitor this time. Oh, I hear the sound of cap leakage. Alright, one down. Let's get this other one. I don't know why there's So if you're ever a little disoriented about where, because based on how I was feeling here, I thought it was these two solder pads, but if you look at the PCB, you can see that that would make no sense because you wouldn't have both of your solder pads on the same trace. So it was actually these two. This is another reason I don't really like these big tips. Makes it kind of hard to get in there. Okay, those two are out. Hey, crazy furnace guy, how's it going? C, so what would that be? Around 40 degrees Celsius? 50? Yeah. Okay, so 11 blah 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 1000 microfarads, 16 volt. Nope. Nope. Yep. Just want to dry this off a little bit. When the isopropanol evaporates, it can kind of cool off your solder joints a little bit. Okay. I could probably do this without doing this, but let's get rid of that extra solder. I like to get some all fresh stuff, and it's nice when you have all the same solder on a single joint. Tends to be a little stronger. There, pull that a little bit. This one there. Wow. Okay, got one lead done. Gonna come back. Make sure we're up against the board. Good. This one doesn't feel like it. Yeah, it's up against the board. Okay. Don't like that little piece of solder right there. Can go away. Okay. Alrighty, so that's those two done. Plugging right along here. The next, well, once I get all this recapped, the other issue is going to be remembering how the heck this thing goes back together. Because honestly, I don't remember. Gotta love these complicated dual layer designs. Alright, so this one, let's get rid of this big guy. Gets that one. Yep. That one. Yep. Yeah, dual PCB. Sorry. It's still a simple board, but it's a pain in the butt when there's two of them. Alright, and say that one 16, 22 mic, yeah, 2200 microfarad, 16 volt. Nope. Yes. Okay, so our pile of caps is getting smaller. Some of these might have been for a different job. I forget what all I ordered. I was ordering caps like crazy. Oh, look at this. That one does not have a plus or minus label, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so this cap stripe side goes over to here, and that's the same location. This side, stripe side, goes to that same, so yeah, that is our negative. Alrighty, that one's done. What else we got here? We got this lonely guy on the corner. Gonna add a little touch of fresh solder to them. It's been a while since I used my big tip. I feel like I'm making a big mess here. I hate when they bend things over like this. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so what was this guy? Oh geez, he escaped. There it is. 47 microfarad, 100 volts. How are your carpentry skills, Garth? Oh, look at this. This one's straight up mean. Thanks for updating us, Retro Techie. We were worried about you. Alright, so that one goes there like that. Not a perfect fit, but we will take it. Alright, so that's all the biggins. I think it's 5, 12, and negative 12. I mean, all these voltages are the same, and you can actually just mod a ATX power supply to fit into these things. But you know, I wanted to try to get the original one back in here. It actually, I mean, for what I spent on caps, it's probably actually cheaper to just mod a ATX power supply and do it 470 16 volts. This is a really annoying job. I should mention though, I mean, for all the money I spent on caps, it's actually, I could probably recap 5 of these now, maybe 10. I'm also looking for suggestions about how to organize your capacitors, because right now my stuff's all over the place. Ah, oh, shoot, I forgot to clean the board for a couple of those. That's what happens when you try to speed through a project. You always forget a little step. Yeah, meanwhile, it's actually, that's a great idea, Jeremy. I don't know what, I mean, I know they have enough wattage for, or amperage for a, you know, like a C64 or whatever. Do you think they have enough amperage? I don't know what their outputs are. I haven't looked closely enough at them. Although, I mean, the amperage can't be that much on these things anyway. No, my streams are not sponsored, Retro Techie. I know you're big on it. I mean, after seeing the little packs that they sent out to people, though, I would reconsider my sponsorship. I originally didn't want to be sponsored, but they sent out some cool little holiday packs to people. This looks like it's moving. Yep, that. Oh, okay. That's just a little inductor, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do the same thing, Adam. They just, wherever they go is where they go, but, like, this is my storage system right now. Actually, I have another thing too, but that one's right there. Okay, let's get this one in before I forget what I'm doing. All right, this. Good one, Retro Techie. Don't they, what is that called? A Canadian knee slapper? Oh, that reminds me. Should pull that down on my head. You don't want to see what's under there. Yes. I'm actually like 6 squirrels taped together. Alright, so we got 3 more bags of caps. So that means that we have theoretically 3 more caps to do. Oh yeah, look at this little guy. I missed him. What the heck is that one? 25 volts, 10 microfarad. Did I buy one of them? What is this one? That's 2.250. This one's 10 microfarad 50. So maybe that's what these are. I do teach retro techie, yeah. That's why I'm so patient and, you know, obviously very have a magnetic personality. Set that aside. Alright, let's get this little guy out. See, that was something, Justin, that other people didn't catch. I said I was done on this side of the board, on this board. Alright, so the stripe side is that way in case it's not marked. Yep. Let's just give this one a little wipe. I didn't replace the solder on these joints. This one was so ingrained with the other one. So it's a little not ideal, but it'll be okay. Okay, just double check, stripe that way, plus that way, yep, okay. Alright, what else we got here? This guy that's hidden all the way down in there. Did I just make a solder bridge there? Oh, there it is. Nice eye. Thank you, Jeremy. Good job. Solder. Okay, this thing. I want to try to start saying Sada like like Europeans do. I like it better, but I can't make myself say aluminium. They add an extra letter there. That doesn't feel right to me. My Sada pult is getting full. Solder. Yeah. That feels more formal. It makes it feel like the stuff we're doing here is more impressive. Oh, this one's annoying. Okay, where's my tweezers? Stupid bendy leads. I think it's loose. It's gonna need some convincing to separate out from its brothers. Okay. This one is our 47 microfarad, 16 volts. Okay, there's that. Alright, so we are getting real close here. I only have one more bag, so that means there's like one more that I gotta figure out where that one is. Oh, and I think it's on this little accessory board. Okay. If we look down in there, we can see where our plus is. I got a little violent with that one. I'm losing my patience here. Oh shoot, and I forgot to check if my microscope is working, because we gotta put those little NAND gates back on there on the logic board. And then we have this thing, 2.2 microfarad, 50 volt. And I think that, yep, okay. Wow, we are doing that. Backup is 78% done. You mean you're not streaming a backup? I'm sure people would find that very compelling. I did a short one at one point that was just a little bit of a hard drive defrag, and it was like one of my best viewed thing ever, I think. Yeah, having a little third hand would be useful right about now. Oh, this is so nice to see. Last bag. Alright, so this thing went that way, straight down. Oh. You did a stream yesterday, Garth? I didn't see that on YouTube or anywhere. Was it private just for Retro Techie? Oh, Retro Techie, you got a special present from Garth. To have a special stream like that, that's really nice of him. Okay. Alright, I think that's our last cap on this thing. What's that link to, Jeremy? A solder of whatchamacallit vice? PCB vice? Oh, and Garth put the link to his special stream in there? Alright, let's clear off some junk here. Oh, I want to clean... okay, yeah, PCB vice. Thanks. Let's get some toothbrush action going. I smell a little bit of fish juice. I mean, it didn't look like this board was bad, but... I have a feeling that the reason this thing didn't post was because of those, the logic board and not the power supply. Look at this yellow juice coming off of there. I mean, I think it's mostly old flux from when it was built. '90s flux isn't cancerous, right? I got the solder bridge. Should I plug this thing in just before I close it up to see if it explodes? Tasty. Oof, this smells. Yeah, so I guess we can plug this in. I am going to step away just for a second to blow this thing out very briefly with the air compressor, just to make sure there's no isopropanol on there before I do this. So 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything unplugged here? Shut this off. Okay, gotta plug it in. You're always working on really good stuff, that's your techie. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, I didn't see any explosions, and there were no puffs or anything. I don't feel fire coming up off of here. Alright, so let's let me put this back in. Sorry. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, shoot. We got parts. We got some parts. I like Crazy Furnace Guy's name. I like it as it is. That's a good name. Alright, so we got these things that are supposed to keep us from electrocuting ourselves. And I forgot to clean them. Alright, let's zoom back out a little bit here. You can see our whole workbench full of mess right now. Let's use our isopropanol. And paper towel. Look how nice. Alright, so I assume that this one will go down here. Shorter than 179 millimeters. I would say so. So that's got to go like that. So that makes me think that this PCB way goes down here. Like that. And we have these two little things here that the power supply theoretically slides into. And basically, I think we just all have to put this all in at one single shot. Everything goes in at once. So we got to get our plug to come out the bottom. PCB has to slide in too. Uh-oh. We're missing the plastic thing, I think. Where the heck did that go? Oh my gosh. If we lost that, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it, get it? Oh, no, here it is. Fell on the floor. Okay. Alright, so I think we gotta push this thing through first. So that 2CI is going to be faster than a LC2, but probably not as fast as an LC3. The nice thing about the 2CI is that you get all the slots, or you get, what, 3 slots, is it? I haven't looked at the board in a couple days. So that's kind of nice. With regard to expandability. So I'm just pushing this through. It goes like that. And then this thing goes through here like that. Kind of supports it. Okay, so that's there. And now we got to get our board positioned properly in here so that it goes through those little tabby bits. The problem with the LC2s are that the memory is like artificially restricted. The LC3, they fixed that. All right. So I think we are in position. No, we are not in position. The LC3 by default is 25 megahertz, but you can do a really easy mod and change it to 33. Okay, so I had the white thing in the slot where the PCB is supposed to go, so that wouldn't let the PCB in. Yeah, I think the 2CI might actually, by default, have a 20 megahertz clock speed. But we can check that in a second. Okay, something is preventing. There it goes. Okay, so our PCB is now in its proper location. Let's see what we have for screws. Alright, so I will assume that these 3 screws are for that. Yeah, LC3s are starting to come up in value a little bit. How much is that one? I don't have a free hand to go check the price. But so I've been wanting to do a giveaway for my 256 subscriber special, so maybe I'll give away another LC3 after I repair this next batch. Oh, that you send a link for it. Isn't that for eBay Italy? That shipping would have to be nuts. I really love my LC3, I should say. I guess I'm kind of partial since that's the first computer I really fixed on stream, so it's going to hold a special place in my heart. But I just love the form factor of the LCs. Okay. So now this board also has some of those little guides over here. What happens when we put this on? Okay, so we got to put these screws in. We have some of these things, sheet metal screws. Well, of course the LC475 is a nicer machine, Garth, but not all of us can afford LC475s that haven't been battery bombed. So on my last stream, I did some triage of some LCs that I had purchased, and there was an LC. I forget if it was the LC475 or the Quadra 605 that was totally battery bombed. I got a lot of the junk off. It's pretty gross still, but I don't know. I was thinking about trying to play with that one and turn it into something useful. I mean, I would need to be able to source the two main chips, so there's an LSI one and a Texas Instrument one on that system that are totally destroyed. So I need to find a way to replace those. Okay, our power supply is in. Okay, so now we got this thing. Oh, and there's a thing here. What do you say? That go like that? Okay, then this thing comes in here and slides down. But there's also this jobby. So where does this jobby go? Some sort of shield. Oh, I did it wrong. Did it wrong. Oh, and there's a nut. Okay, alright, now I'm starting to remember. Okay. Alright, so we gotta check. Does this go on the top? Yeah. So we gotta take this nut off, or this screw out. Yeah, I do also plan on doing a stream where I electrocute myself by taking apart a M1212. Because I really would like to have an Apple monitor to go with all these apples that I have. Okay, so this is a little tight for this screwdriver. So, switch. Yeah, you can't see anything that I'm doing. So this thing's a mess right here. So right there, there's a screw. That goes on there. Oh, shoot. Okay, nope. Gotta change what we did again. Okay, so leave this off for a second. We have this thing that has a nut on it. So put one of our little star washers, and then our nut. I thank you for rewording your ban request there, Retro Techie. It's much more G-rated than your other request. Okay, do I have... My iFixit kit doesn't have a big enough nut driver for this. So we're gonna use a nice little adjustable wrench. Okay, so that's on there. This thing's all protected. And now we can come in. And now put that screw on for the PCB. Seriously, or Ace Tech, this is a crazy little setup here. I don't know how, well, I guess people were not intended to take these apart. I'm sorry, this is not really easy to show. Okay. Oh, and I lost half my screwdriver down inside the power supply. That wouldn't cause any issues later, would it? Oh, and I did it wrong again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, people. So, let's rewind here. Gotta take this screw out. Okay, so we'll take this board out, get our screws so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, so now there's little holes there with little tabs over here. We're gonna put our tabs into our slots, press down. Oh, and Joe's here. How's it going, Joe? All right, so now, there we go. So this thing was getting bound up there. Random unexpected package in the mail. Was it normally you're the one that sends out all the unexpected packages? No, I guess from you most of the time people are expecting packages. Okay, finally, we have this screw in. And it is where it's supposed to be, and we lose half our screwdriver. And now we can plug in the power. Okay. Holy moly, I think we're back together. We have a fan. I cleaned out the fan. Oh shoot, where does the fan plug in? Alright, it goes in right there. Yeah, I never want to take one of these apart again, but yeah, if I were fortunate to come across another 2CI, I would do it for the sake of the 2CI. But yeah, this isn't a fun job. And this thing snaps down in there. Alright, and then there's little hooks here that clamp around the front. Oh, nope, I did it wrong. I did the order wrong. Oh my gosh. Gotta take this out first. Ooh, those JCM1 limited edition stickers are definitely worth every penny. Retro Techie, I think you should take him up on that offer. Okay. Okay, so now we're back together. We got 2 star washers and 2 screws left, so I think we did this okay. And of course, half off the screen. Come for the recapping, stay for the jokes. Okay, now that's on. Now we can put our fan in. Make sure your fan tabs are on the outside. Hey Will, how's it going? Okay, look at this. Alright, let's plug this thing back in and see if we get our trickle voltage. Alright. Again, I'm going to shut this off. Power. Go in with my power switch to turn that on. No explosions. And I forget which two are the trickle. Is it these two? Hopefully not. Alright, there we go. We got our 5 volts. Alright, so that's a good sign. Alright, so let's put our power supply away for now. Or set it to the side. And let's get to the star of the show. And let me check and see if I actually have a microscope right now. I have a feeling. And of course my microscope has decided to not want to go. Oh, there it is. Hey, microscope. Thank you. How's that? Alright, so let me... Oh, I gotta shut off my soldering iron. And then I need to switch up my tip. So while I'm switching up my tip, have a nice look at this mess. Alright, so this is underneath the power on circuit. And we can see there's some caps over here. And basically what happens here is that these caps leak and then they corrode stuff like cap leakage wants to do. And so I did a bunch of cleaning up here. One of these vias was totally destroyed. So right here there's a via and it comes across to a pad, and this via and that trace and that pad were really almost totally gone. I mean, the via is totally gone. I think I've checked the rest of the traces around here and they're fine. And hopefully I can actually find my little package of NAND gates, because I totally forgot to pull them out. But also to show you what we were working with, there's one of them. Let's switch over. And you can see we're missing some stuff on one of these guys. The other one's probably alright, but if I bought them, I may as well get all new ones anyway. So, go back to my box of organization here. Let's see if I can find... There they are. See? My box of organization worked. Now I need a knife. Yeah, it's just amazing. Like, Garth actually was the one that told me to take a look at that power on circuit, and it was something I had missed the first time I had gone through the system. And And it definitely needed some work. So I think all of our traces are good, hopefully. And we got some nice new HC 132s. So we'll put our angry ones aside. And I think pin 1 is this direction. I did lose one pad in the process, but it was a pad that was not connected to anything. Alright, so the one issue I'm going to have is that this one trace at this position is really kind of in our way. So let's see here if I can do this a little bit clearer. Okay, I can get rid of some tools so I can focus a little bit. Need my bendy pliers. Oh, and I also had my isopropanol tube sitting right over top of my soldering iron. That would have been bad. Okay, so this thing is not going to want to sit nicely because of the way I had to repair that trace and via. So I think what I'm gonna do is get that side down and then do some really bad soldering on this side. Alright, let's put a little dab of solder on one of these to get it down. Oh. Okay. Do we have any flux here? Any flux? Okay. Yeah, it's copper wire. I think we're gonna be okay. I think it looks worse than the microscope than it does in person. It's too crooked, too crooked. Okay. Whew, my heart rate's up on this one. So part of the problem with my microscope is that when you have the camera view on, it gets rid of one of your eyepieces. And so basically I have no depth perception when I'm in the microscope and streaming. bridge. Okay, I'm going to flux up that side. Alright, she ain't real pretty, but I think we're going to be good here. Let's check our work. If I know where I put my beepity beep. That one goes over here. Okay. These should all be good. They all look nice. Alright, let's go to our last one. Hopefully our last one. Let's have happy thoughts here, folks. I need a win after last week's stream. And I guess technically the one before it was a fail too. Okay, you little guy. I think you're where you should be. So when I cleaned up all these traces, I know you don't have to put solder mask down underneath there, but I don't have trust in my soldering cleanliness, so I like to put mask on all those traces that run between other traces and stuff. I also do that off stream because my little UV light is pretty terrible and it takes a long time for the mask to cure. Gotta switch my angle a little bit here. This board is so big that I am sort of running out of room on the big bad bench. Alrighty. And I think we are done that board. I hope we are done that board. So the third chip I did not replace. I was hoping that I only needed to do the two HC132s. We'll see what happens today. Hey, Tom Barber, how's it going? I just want to check one of these. Don't like the looks of that one, but we're good. We're good. All right. Switch back to normal view. See if my camera wakes up. Okay, here we go. So, we have our 2CI board, hopefully ready to go. Let's get some stuff off the bench. So one thing I wanted to mention, we might have to use this later. So this is a little chunk of an ATX connector that I use to test power supplies for Macintosh SEs. It turns out it's the same set of the ATX connector that goes onto here. So you can use this if you want to play with a board outside of a case, or play with a power supply outside of a case. I've been doing some work on some 2SIs, and it works great for that. Hey, Vic the Vicar, how's it going? So, only the, well, there were a lot of caps. We recapped the power supply, and I don't know what these are. I mean, these, from their description, are NAND gates, which I don't know. I'm obviously not an electronics expert, but from what I understand, they only do their thing if a bunch of other things are all in one condition, in one state. So, and what happens is, just because there's all these caps right there, the caps leak, and then we get no power on. So yeah, the caps leak and they eat up all the traces. All right, so we got some. Oh, and Mac 84, how's it going? Yeah, so these chips, I already took them off, fixed all the traces. There was a really bad via that I had to deal with. Alrighty, so our board's coming in. Make that go that way. Hopefully we should be good to go here. What the heck is going on? Why can't I get this thing down? Make sure we got that, like that. There we go. Oh, because of my stupid CR2032. Okay. This is a tip for people. If you put a 2032 holder on there, don't put it right there. I'm gonna have to take that stupid thing off. Oh, 2032 holders. Oh well, that's fine. I don't think we need it to boot. It's not like this is a regular Mac 2. Oh, I also didn't snip the lead on the bottom. And my little snippy bit just fell down inside the case. Okay. Let's see if it was because I didn't snip that lead. I'm not used to working on vintage Macs with PCBs this large. There we go. Now we're in. A little front jigs. Just to show you, I showed this before, but this case was yellowed and I retro brighted it. You can kind of get a sense for its coloration. I didn't retro bright the switches. I don't know. I like leaving a little contrast in and showing what they used to look like. Where does this thing go? Comes in here like this somewhere. I think it's easier to do this once this is on, right? Normally you can get away with just having a 3-volt CMOS battery, or whatever they're called on Macs. From what I understand, most of the chips that hold that information work anywhere from 3 to 6 volts, so it's okay to go a little bit lower. Alright, so let's stick a screw in there. I think I had this screw sitting here. Okay, that's in. Should I be really bold? No, I'm not gonna be bold and put in my blue SCSI yet. I'm gonna do this slow, sensibly. Okay. Oh, we were talking earlier. So the 2CI is a 25 megahertz by default, or at least that's what the CPU says. Okay. Well, when I do my stream about 2SIs, we will talk about overclocking 2SIs, because that's a fun little project. Okay, here we go. I forgot to put a battery in that CMOS, in that 2032 holder. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I want to take that out because I think the leads touch. Yeah, that's easier to do with the power supply out. Sorry, folks. I should have been more efficient here. Get rid of that. Got that out already. Okay. Here we go. Take this thing out, put in a battery. Okay. Getting nervous here, folks. Screw fell by the cache slot. Screw on the logic board. Where's their screw? Hey, Tech Amber, how's it going? Was it this little piece of glue? Take it back apart. By the PDS ROM thingy. That's where that little glue bit was. Ugh. Let's give it a shake. I think it was just that little glue bit. I think we're good. But thanks for the heads up, everybody. That was awesome. Let's be really bold and plug in this. Now, on the 2SI, if this jumper is on, it means that you have a ROM sim installed. So I'm wondering if we need to unplug that. I don't know. Does Joe or Steve? I really hope there's no magic smoke here. I really want this system to work. Okay, everyone ready? In 3, 2, 1. Chime. We got video. Oh, we're gonna get a little thing here. Let's put in a blue SCSI. Let's get this thing cranking. This is exciting. All right, you shut off. Maybe it's not gonna want to shut off. That's not good. Not shutting off. I think that's an issue with the power circuit. Do any of you know if I need to add additional power here, or does? Because I know in the 2SI the SCSI's funky. No power needed for blue SCSI on the 2SI. Okay, cool. Or 2CI, sorry. Let's go back here. We got our blue SCSI in. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. It was messing with me. We got power. Oh, you don't want to just see me here. Let's switch. Oh, that's the wrong drive. Yeah, for some reason 2SI just flows off the tongue easier. Whoa! Well, something wasn't right. So something exploded inside the power supply. It was still on, but we got a poof. We got a poof. What the heck just happened? Give it props. Maybe I put in a cap backwards. Ooh. It doesn't seem like it was on the logic board. Oh, now I gotta take this stupid power supply back apart. I hate this power supply. Oh, this power supply. It might literally be the death of me. Okay, so we gotta take out this fan. I looked at the logic board and I didn't see anything. And the way the smoke was blowing out of the power supply, I'm sorry I didn't catch it on the video. I mean, it was blowing out of the power supply. The interesting bit is that it was white smoke and not blue smoke. I don't see anything major here. Oh. Well, we have a cap that blew. Definitely blew in here. So maybe I put it on backwards. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Take this whole freaking thing apart. No, it wasn't a Rifa. It was one of the ones I replaced. Alright, well, so the last stream where I blew something up, the Visa Local Bus stream, that one got a ton of views, so maybe this one will get a ton of views too. Well, Garth, as long as you're entertained, then I don't really care what I destroy. Oh, Christmas balls. Early preview. Can anyone spot the cap? What do I need? I need a screwdriver that's kind of long. You mean you shared the link for this stream, Steve? Don't send people to this stream. Jeez, oh. Alright, so that screw in that corner comes out. And then we lift out this majigger. Oh, jeez. This thing is a pain in the butt. So just in the last stream that I was talking about was when I tried to add a Visa Local Bus slot to a board that didn't originally have one. And it turns out that It was a proprietary connector. Okay. I really hate this power supply so much. Bang. And then this can come out. Okay. Hey, I'm a lot faster at it now, at least. Jeez. Sometimes I hate computers. I'm not going to say that. I love computers. Yes, if you also hate Macintosh IIci power supplies, why don't you leave a comment? Get some of that tasty, tasty interaction. Okay. Ugh. Am I on Discord? I'm on the... I'm not currently on Discord now. But I am signed up to the Tinker Different Discord. Okay, let's get the solder pult. Let's do some removal. So this power supply is now making me want to... Alright, so this was this way. Oh! You know what? Okay. So when I... Bleh. So if we take a look here... Yeah, this power supply is making me want to mod an ATX one for future use. So this one was not labeled, and I hadn't taken notice of what direction. And so I have a feeling this is our negative 12 volt cap, and so it would go in the wrong way most likely. So we traced it out, right? And so if you see the negative stripe here goes to there. And so I thought that the negative stripe here would, or since this is negative, that would go there. But if this is the negative 12 volt line, then the cap should go the wrong way, basically. So I think that explains it. All right. I think we're good. I think we might be good here. So this is a 22016. Oh, Steve, no, these things are way too much of a pain. Don't worry about it. Let's just put in another one the wrong way and let's see if it explodes. All right, so 2216. 2216. 2216. This is C30. Yeah, I've Gotta figure out which one of these. Oh. So this is kind of interesting. So they tell you which color goes where. We could figure it out, I guess. Oh, what's the output pad here? So let me grab the thing that Garth sent me. Hold on 1 second while I look this up. Okay, so our -12 should be this middle one, I think. Oh, and I screwed up. Okay. So let's get our beepity beep. And where was that? There we go. So right here, that's our -12. So it's got to go the wrong way. Oh, well, that was fun. For once, I used logic to, like, figure something out. And I did it wrong. Don't use logic, people. Just throw caps in whatever direction you feel that they should go into. All right. Let's get some solder on this. Let's see how quickly I can get this thing back together once it's recapped. Let's see if I'm faster this time. All right. So here's our power supply. Someone want to time me? Here we go. All right, one. Okay. Let's get this restarted. All right, this comes over here like this. This goes down there like that. All right, views. Give me some views for my explodey bits. People love the explosions. Okay, yeah, and I think I did this last time where we put in this power connector first. Oh geez, now I feel pressure. There's a timer started. Oh my god, this thing is such a nightmare. Alright, let's go there. Push that through there. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it lasted that long too. That's neat. Electronics are neat. twisty bit of plastic. It's fighting me. That seemed to have gone in smoother last time. Maybe I was just lucky last time. There we go. Retro Techie, actually I had planned to do that for Macintosh, but I got sidetracked with so many other projects that I never did that, and that I have a totally disassembled, oh, and I put that in the wrong way. I have a totally disassembled G5 dual waiting to get rebuilt. Maybe I'll get to it next Macintosh. We'll see. Dude, the inside of that cooling system was so nasty. It was totally 100% full of just gunk. Required a lot of soaking to get it all out of there. Okay, now did I just lose one of my screws? I think I lost one of my screws. Oh, this is starting off great. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Alright, so this thing... little tabs are all seated properly. Got our screw there. Oh, sorry, that was my head. You didn't need to watch that for that long. It's okay, Retro Techie. I never seem to fix anything at this point anymore. Okay, that's there. Okay, I think this might actually go faster if we put this little jammy on there first. Do that like that. Now it'll be easier to get our screw in there, theoretically. Yeah, I should just spend some extra time taking it apart again, just for fun. I mean, shoot, if people want to send me more 2CIs for free, you know, I'm happy to work on them on a stream. For a free 2CI, I would torture myself again. I just won't do it for this particular 2CI. Okay. Okay, our PCB is in the little slots there. That was stressful. I don't know if anyone else is stressed, but my heart's going. Okay, so that's all together. Plug in our power connector. Put this little protective piece of plastic up here. Put the top thing on the top. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that, Justin. Okay, there. Oh, plug in your fan. Don't forget to plug in your fan. Because when you let out the magic smoke, you want it to go out. Done. Alright, what was my time? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Actually, I'm going to put down some fancy protective cloth. Oh, all right. So I should get a keyboard, huh? Set that on the floor. Let's plug this one in. Let's see if we get an instant poof on this one. That we're doing a thing. Okay. No immediate explosion. Let's see if we get keyboard power on. We got keyboard power on. The pony game record. 7 minutes and 49 seconds. I think that might be a world record for reassembling one of these. That might be my proudest moment as a human. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try to keep this up. You can kind of see over my shoulder. Oh, this stupid wrong one. Okay. Oh, that was that 2CI. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, this thing is slow. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Well, maybe I'll just post a link to this video and the timestamp, because I didn't take pictures of this, obviously. Come on, I shouldn't have 3 hard drive images on this thing. And we haven't even gotten to the most exciting bit about this 2CI. Look at that. 68030, 50 megahertz with the math coprocessor. Okay, yes, we know. It's because this installs host. 50 megahertz. Oh, you want to see the big screen? I mean, well, I think it's more exciting in case this thing explodes to keep your eye here. Let's go to system switcher so I can switch to my real OS install. Oh, I love the chime. You can get a PPC upgrade for one of these? That would be insane. It has not popped for the second time, Retro Techie. So, fingers crossed. Yep, it's a 68030 with at 50 megahertz, which is kind of wild. I didn't know they went up that high before I popped open this case. So I couldn't see a label to say which direction. Justin says that he's based on his video that he saw a direction, um, but I don't know. Um, hey, one bit. How's it going, bud? All right. So let's see what we're looking at here. All right, it's not gonna explode. Let's go to this. I feel like I'm on the news, like I'm a weather person. Come on, thing. All right, what do I have in here right now? All right, there's only 4 megs of RAM in here, so let's fix that. One moment, please. Do not look behind the TV. That is for future directions. Alright, so let's get this out of here. Oh, let's switch to this. Alright, so let's see if I can get these out of here without destroying these little clips, because these are the full-on plastic ones that are completely nerve-wracking. I should have done this before I put the thing all back together. Cold front of capacitor plague coming in from the west. Yes, just like they do on the weather. The weatherman of old Macs. So let's put some new RAM in here. Yeah, drives themselves can be variable, to say the least. I've had some that will access a disk almost immediately, and others take forever. And I have started playing around with turning that shoot, what's the thing called in the back? Got some new RAM just for this. So the little drive mechanism in the back that changes the starting point, basically. If you have a slow drive, sometimes it's just that is slightly off. That the drive works well enough, but as soon as you tweak it a skosh, it works fine. It works a lot better. I can grab one to show you what I'm talking about here in a second. So, I've got all new RAM for this one. Here's another spot that people would probably really love if I snap one of these retaining clips off. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, PE Connectors has a lot of good stuff that's useful for this. Oh, and I had just shut that off with from the menu, didn't I? So the power off worked there. Probably going to take a little while to count 32 megs. Yep, there it goes. Go back to big screen. As you can see here, we are starting up. It kind of looks as big as a plasma, doesn't it? This is just a really old, regular old LCD. This TV is terrible. It's supposed to be 1080p. It's not. It's slightly smaller. But I don't know. I've had it since I don't know how many years. It's got to be 15 years now. It was on sale at Micro Center at one point, and I bought it. I was like, oh, this is about as good as I'm going to be able to afford for a while. But it's supposed to be 1080p. It's not. But the nice thing about it is that it runs anything. Like, you can hook anything up to it, and it'll show a picture. So this is my solution now for doing this kind of stuff until I get a decent VGA capture set up. Yeah. Is that how big that TV is, Garth, that you just got? 32? Alright, so should we run a little snooper? Let's see if our RAM's all showing up. 32 megs. Let's do a quick run of snooper. Oh, I should have shut off the modem test. I feel kind of fancy. It's almost like having a green screen behind me. Oh, don't look at this. This is my jank camera setup. Yep, it's held on with zip ties. There, now you can't see that. I am a professional, darn it. Oh, my keyboard. I am a professional. Alright, so while this is running, I do want to thank everyone that's gotten subscribed lately. I've been joking about the Visa Local Bus video where I blew it up, and it's been like my most views, but it got a lot of people subscribed. So I want to thank everyone that's gotten subscribed lately, and it's amazing that I have 280 some people subscribed to me. This for being as stupid as I do all this stuff, and you can see all the mistakes I make, and blowing up caps and blowing up Visa Local Bus video cards. But I'm having fun. I'm learning stuff, and again, it's been super cool to start being part of this community. All of you YouTubers and just other people randomly in the community. It's just been really fun this year doing all this stuff. So thank you for letting me be part of your community, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun. I've learned so much. Like, I was never into old Macs before basically last March, and so I've learned a ton, and I owe it all to all of you, because you all keep an eye on me and tell me where to find things, and great sources of information. So I really appreciate it. So we'll not be sappy anymore. We'll end that portion of the show. All right, so we are testing. We're still on the RAM test, I guess. Got a lot of RAM in this. Ooh, a $59 annual membership fee. It's just like being part of Amazon Prime. So I kind of mentioned this earlier. I think we should do like a 12 Days of Christmas with like different people in the retro tech community, each being a different day, and we all have our different things. And I could have my 6 freaking Rifas. Could be day 6. What do you think? No, I will not sell you a timeshare one bit. Do it, Steve. I think you would be a great lead for that project. I will hold on to these caps. I mean, I have a whole bag of other caps that I could show too, but yeah, I'm definitely willing to be day 6. Oh, I mean, Justin's got a hell of a singing voice. You have a great singing voice. Joe sings. Joe sings a lot. I'm glad somebody got that joke, Garth. Oh, shoot. Well, this thing is going. Anyone rigged a set of flyback coil winds to play tunes like the Flopatron? The M1212 I plugged in the other day, and it did kind of make it made some noises. It made some noises. I have a feeling that one of the big problems with my M1212 is that the flyback needs to be resoldered. We'll see. I'm sorry, Steve. I shouldn't. I should not make you laugh because you're still recovering, I would imagine. I hope you're feeling well, Steve. Yeah, I think I have more than 5 yellowed Macs. I could also be day 12 if you want to do like 12 Macintosh SEs. Alright. I want to let it get through this processor test and then let's let it finish up. Oh, that's a good one, Joe. I love it. Okay, so our modem failed. Look at in from the west. I don't know what direction that is. Alright, so we don't have the loop back connector there. Okay, we'll let this go and then we'll shut this down and plug in this 50 megahertz card. I'm totally excited to see if this thing actually works. Alright, we did a full-on run here, so let's end this. Get out of here. Watch this. It just shut off. How exciting is that? We get excited about the silly things, don't we, folks? Klarjon, I already let the magic smoke out. Well, if I let the magic smoke out of this card, I will. The stream might end abruptly. But hopefully there's no magic smoke here. Nothing to smoke. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this thing posts with the upgrade card. Got a chime that went really long. Come on, thing. Let's do our RAM count. Alright, there we go. Yes! Okay, we're booting. Oh god, 12 image writers. No, you don't really have 12, do you? If you don't, I have 2 I can send you. Oh, jeez. I'm getting tired. What time is it? Oh, wow. It's 2.5 hours. Okay. I don't know how y'all do these super long streams. I generally like to do my 1 hour and get out of here. Okay, still see 32 megs of RAM. Let's go to the Apple Personal Diagnostics. Yep, there's at least one Sony DVD burner. There's actually 2, 3 Sony DVD burners. Yeah, I realize I should probably have like 7.1 on this thing to make it a little bit faster, but I like my 7.55 when possible. Alright, we got our 68030 at 50 megahertz with our coprocessor installed. Oh, well that is so freaking exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. One thing. Sorry. Now the next upgrades. I have some video cards that I want to test at some point. So, I'm excited here. I don't know what cards I have, but hopefully that'll help the draw speed a little bit. I also need to test out the video cards. I'm not going to do that today because I am exhausted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this. I'm going to let Snooper run, and then I'm going to end this stream. Oh, and I'm also going to drop a keyboard. Whew. So I want to thank everyone that has stopped by the stream today. Joe's Computer Museum, Garth Beagle, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack, Justin D. Morgan, Mac84, Steve, Klarjon 1 Plus, Tech Ambrosia. I can't believe Tech Ambrosia here. You're like one of my favorites. Who else was here today? Vic the Vicar, One Bit Fever Dreams, Garth Beagle. Did I say you yet? Garth Beagle, you're always such a great help for me. Retro Techie, you were here too. Thank you for stopping by. And if I missed... Oh, Crazy Furnace Guy. Yeah, I forgot about you. Tom Barber was also here. Wow, just so many cool, awesome people that stopped by today. I'm sort of overwhelmed. So I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out this stream. This thing's gonna go for a bit, and yeah, wow. So yeah, thank you all, and I will hopefully hear from you soon, and maybe I'll be singing along with some other retro tech YouTubers. Have a good day, you all. Thank you.